Mark Carney's $500 billion spending plan sparks conservative outrage in Parliament. Canada's political landscape is embroiled in a heated debate over Prime Minister Mark Carney's proposed federal spending plan, which has faced sharp criticism from Conservative leader Pierre Poilievre and other opposition members. This ambitious fiscal strategy aims to stimulate economic growth and address pressing issues such as healthcare, housing, and national defense, outlining approximately $130 billion in new spending. The spending plan clearly separates operating and capital expenditures. Carney's commitment to balancing the operating budget within 3 years reflects a cautious approach to fiscal responsibility, while allowing for capital deficits to fund vital infrastructure projects. This dual strategy aims to boost economic activity short-term while laying the groundwork for sustainable growth. Proposed investments target critical areas such as healthcare, with funding earmarked for improving hospital infrastructure and expanding access to services. In housing, the plan promises increased funding for affordable initiatives to combat rising costs. Additionally, the national defense budget is set to receive a significant boost, reflecting the government's commitment to citizen safety amid global uncertainties. However, skepticism surrounds the plan. Critics from the Conservative Party have labeled it a sneaky accounting trick, expressing concerns that it mirrors previous Liberal promises that led to increased deficits and national debt. The historical context of Canada's fiscal policies looms large, with opposition members pointing to past failures as cautionary tales. Prime Minister Carney's transparency has also come under scrutiny. Critics, including Poilievre, have highlighted that Carney has not proactively disclosed his financial holdings, raising significant concerns about potential conflicts of interest. While Carney's campaign has assured the public that he intends to place his assets in a blind trust and comply with the Conflict of Interest Act, the delay in disclosure has fueled opposition criticism. Transparency is crucial for maintaining public trust in governance, especially given the scope of the proposed spending. In response, the Conservative Party has proposed a dollar-for-dollar law mandating that any new government spending must be matched by equivalent savings elsewhere in the budget. This proposal aims to control federal spending and reduce the national deficit, directly countering Carney's expansive fiscal strategy. The Conservatives argue that such measures are necessary to prevent future generations from bearing excessive debt. Additionally, the Conservatives have pledged to eliminate the carbon tax, which they argue disproportionately affects Canadians, particularly those in lower income brackets. They advocate for tax cuts aimed at alleviating financial burdens on families and small businesses, emphasizing that lower taxes stimulate growth by allowing individuals and businesses to retain more earnings. On housing, Poilievre has committed to building 2.3 million new homes over the next 5 years. This ambitious target is supported by measures such as cutting sales taxes on new homes and incentivizing municipalities to expedite housing approvals. The housing crisis in Canada has reached critical levels, with many Canadians struggling to find affordable options, making Poilievre's proposals resonate with frustrated voters. The Conservative approach aims not only to increase supply, but also to enhance the overall quality of housing available. By promoting sustainable building practices and integrating community resources, the plan envisions a holistic solution to the housing crisis that addresses both immediate needs and long-term sustainability. Debate over Carney's spending plan has intensified discussions in Parliament, with opposition members demanding greater transparency and fiscal responsibility. As the government prepares to release a formal budget in the fall, the effectiveness and sustainability of Carney's proposals remains central to Canada's political discourse. The tension between the Liberal government's ambitious plans and the Conservative Party's calls for fiscal restraint highlights a broader ideological divide. Carney's emphasis on investment contrasts sharply with Poilievre's focus on reducing government intervention. This ideological battle has real-world implications for Canadians, influencing job creation and access to essential services. The choices made in Parliament today will echo in the lives of Canadians for years to come. As the nation awaits the forthcoming budget, the dialogue between the Liberal government and its critics will shape Canada's economic future. While Carney's experience as a former central banker lends economic expertise to his role, the success of his fiscal strategy will hinge on its execution. The government's ability to address concerns raised by the opposition and the public will be critical in maintaining public trust. Public trust involves not just transparency, but also delivering on campaign promises. Canadians are increasingly aware of the importance of accountability in governance. The ongoing debate reflects the challenges of balancing economic growth with fiscal responsibility, a central issue likely to influence voter sentiment in future elections. In the coming months, Canadians will closely observe how the Carney administration addresses these fiscal challenges. Ultimately, the discourse surrounding Carney's $500 billion spending plan underscores the importance of transparency, accountability, and prudent fiscal management in governance. As the debate continues, Canadians will seek clarity and assurance that their leaders are making decisions in the nation's best interest. The stakes are high, and the outcomes of these discussions will shape the economic landscape for years to come. The polarization of views on fiscal policy illustrates a political divide and differing philosophies on the role of government in the economy. As the political environment evolves, stakeholders, politicians, economists, and citizens must engage in constructive dialogue. Understanding the implications of spending plans and fiscal policies is crucial for informed citizenship. The forthcoming budget will be a pivotal moment, testing the resilience of the Liberal government's proposals against the scrutiny of the Conservative opposition. In the end, the effectiveness of any government spending plan will depend not only on the amount allocated, but also on the integrity and transparency with which it is managed. Canadians will play an essential role in holding their leaders accountable and ensuring that the nation's economic future is safeguarded for generations to come. The dialogue surrounding Carney's plan will shape policies and define the relationship between the government and its citizens, reinforcing the democratic ideals that underpin Canadian society.